All right, so let's talk about this knife, or these two knives to be more specific. So first off, this is the Rike Alkaid. I'm going to go with that one for now. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but this is the Rike Alkaid, and it is a transformer knife. And it can do a couple things, obviously. Mechanically, it's got a few things going on, but I don't think the significance of this knife really hit me until I looked at A, what other people were doing, and then B, what Rike has also done for most of their knives. So first off, let's talk about what other people are doing, or variables of this idea. So the closest comparator that I can think of is this one by WE, the Typhoeus, is what I'm going to go with, which is a knife that, let's say, starts half out for Rike, then can transform into that punch that this knife transforms into. Scale-wise, they're relatively similar, with this one being a bit longer, but a knife like this doesn't quite have the same locking mechanism, or any locking mechanism, or any safety features built in that something like this has, with the little back safety on it where you flip it, oh, and now I can't press this down, right? And at the same time, and this knife has the ability, and has been engineered so it can close entirely and be stored and carried rather normal, even though it would still be a chunky boy in your pocket. Whereas this knife is a fixed blade and would come with sheath. And then secondly, I think this knife is special, not because it's better, because for the price that they charge, this thing better be better than the Typhoeus. So Rike is best known for making things that are sleek in design, with titanium handles, maybe mixed in with some carbon fiber, with M390 blades, and they're very finely engineered, they're very fine to use, and they're really clean and straightforward. The Rike Lamella being a prime example. But this guy has obviously got a lot more going on, whether it be the actual mechanics of the functionality of the thing, the build, and just the heft that a knife like this brings compared to something like a Lamella or an Alien. Just some thoughts that crossed my mind as I was looking at this knife. Now, I know I just looked at one sci-fi looking knife, and now we have another sci-fi looking knife. I feel like this might be a trend for knife makers or manufacturers. All right, but let's talk about styling. Gray is fine, but blueberry, now that might just be a bit more my speed. So the way that they've done, especially the two-toneness of the top, oh, this is actually really fun. It's the way this blade is held in and the way that it actually can move back and hold itself, locked in position. Check this out. So since it's basically friction, there's no frame lock down here, anything like that. This guy goes and then raises up via the tension. And that is your locking mechanism right there on top. I like how they show you the hand all the way through, and it still works really well. But I'm getting sidetracked, so let's talk about styling. So obviously the blue with the gray is pretty fun. I think the way they've done the touch has been very tasteful, not overly done, not gaudy or anything like that. I would love to see some more variations of this color profile. I think you could go a lot more with it. Maybe go a little bit red with black or something a bit more bold. But you know, for a V1, not too shabby. So let's talk about the sound of this thing. I'm gonna need two hands for this operation. Compared to something that's like crisp, like let's say a Depot Pony Stout, this is much more deep and thumps and has a lot more heft behind it because, shocker, she is a bit of a beast. But as far as novelty, interesting, possibly over-engineered knives go, I think this thing justifies the asking price, but also its own reason for existing, for being just a really cool piece that could be added to anybody's collection and everyone would go ooh and ah over it. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Rike Alkaid. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hop in the Discord, we do some knife mods in there. If you feel like hitting subscribe, hit that button down below, but I will see you in the next one.